Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're making pho. We're actually going to be putting it together because majority of work have already been done. We just need a couple of ingredients. Some mint, mushrooms, green onion, jalapenos from the garden, 1 lime, and cilantro. Good old friend cilantro. Let's get to it. We're going to start cutting up a couple of our ingredients here, starting with the mushrooms. This time, always make sure, as always, that they're roughly the same size. That way they'll cook evenly, and we don't want any raw, extra thick pieces of mushrooms in our pho. But if you do, go for it. Next up, green onions. Save those ends. That's what we use to make stock. Don't toss them. Save them. Just going to do a nice, fine little chop on these as well. Nothing too fancy, nothing too hard. Watch your fingers. Be careful. Tuck all of those to the side. Later, these are what we're going to add to the topping of our pho dish. Next up, we've got our jalapenos. This year's jalapenos from the garden actually turned out pretty good. They have some natural heat, real good heat. I like leaving the seeds because, well, spice. And cilantro. Please wash your cilantro. Next up, going to do a nice loose chop. Nothing too crazy, just really loose. Doesn't have to be fine, like we're not making a pico or salsa. This is a triple strain. So we're going to pour the pho in there. We're going to pour it right on top of the cheesecloth. The cheesecloth helps a lot. It helps really catch any of those fine little particles that could perhaps go through. And I'm going to explain everything that's in our pho broth. Basically used the extra pork bones from a major cook, but you'll see that in the show notes below. Oh yeah, forgot. The beef rib. Gotta have pho with some sort of a meat, or at least I do. So I decided to smoke up a beef rib. And it actually worked out really, really well. And I'm saving these bones to make a beef broth to make some more pho later on. It's that type of weather here in Georgia. It goes well. Chop up your meat, roughly the same size, because once again, we want everything to sort of be a good mouthfeel and cook evenly. Toss that to the side for now, and then we can start our dressing, our plating. I like to put some of the meat at the very bottom. Your choice. Next up, our green onions. Sprinkle those in there. All of this is really to your choosing and your taste palette. Mushrooms on top for me. I definitely recommend making sure you have a big enough bowl. Cilantro. I really, really enjoy the taste of cilantro in pho. And our rice noodles. Make sure you do a pour over on these guys. Let them sit for a good while, then pour over some hot water for 5 minutes. Now for the star, the pho. Keep ladling that bad boy in there and tuck it to the side for later. You always want more. I sadly overcooked my eggs, but I was still really happy with how it turned out. Throw around a little bit of mint for topping. It actually really does add something to it. And we're finishing it off with some jalapenos, as much as you want. Once again, all to taste, guys, all to taste. But there you have it. Really simple pho. Like I said, just reuse some of the bones from a major cook, and I'll put all the descriptions in the show notes below, all the steps. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you make it, please let me know.